We have arrived. Just arriving at Vision Quest, where our retreat is being held. So beautiful. Grass everywhere. Dry, but also very like fresh. And we're about to have our opening ceremony. So I'm looking forward to it. It was a long drive. 4 hours from Mexico City. So, but we're very happy to be here. Okay, so we have arrived. I feel good, but I also am finding myself being a people pleaser. I'm also finding myself putting on my leader's hat of how I would navigate things and do things. So all of this is very interesting, and this is definitely going to be a retreat that I could not lead. I feel things are going to get uncomfortable and we're going to get pushed out of our comfort zone, and I could not hold space for this. So I'm fully surrendering, and I have so much respect for the leaders. Already I'm witnessing things, challenges, and I have so much respect for them. Morning. Good morning. So last night was so freaking intense for me. We did an exercise where we talked to our body, our mind talked to our body, and then our body talked to our mind. And I didn't even realize what was about to happen inside of me. And I started bawling super, super intensely. And my body was mad at me because all I do is use my body to make money. And I might even start crying right now. It was really, really intense because I didn't even realize this. I didn't realize that my body may have been mad at me because I use it to make money, and that seems to really upset it. And it was saying that my digestion and my bloating problems was because of the stress and the pressure that I put on it. Pressure equals bloating. Pressure equals digestive problems. So some really aha moments last night, and then we did a breathwork and went to bed. But it was a late night. But really profound for me, and I released a lot. So pretty happy about this. Oh my God, cheers, coffee time. So we just did a morning active meditation. It's their own spin-off, the OSO one. And it was really good. I need to go to the washroom now. So we shook, and then we danced, all with our eyes closed, which for me was so awesome. And I'm starting to realize that I have been conditioned on how to dance. I have been conditioned to dance sexy so that I get attention, or fun so that I make other people, have fun too. And what I'm starting to realize is that I've always danced for other people. So with my eyes closed, it was so awesome because I got to just fully be in my body. And shaking before dancing was really good because it like let everything out. And when I was shaking, I was just saying to myself, like, let it go, let it go, let it go, body. Like, what do you need to let go of? Let it go. So yeah, that was really awesome. So we did shaking, eyes closed, dancing, eyes closed, and then we laid down in Shavasana. Although they said all of them were 15 minutes, it went by like that. And this is all before coffee. This is all before any sort of substance, no food, no nothing. And I'm like wide awake. And as you can see, so happy. This is where we stay. And this little guy. Look at this view. Choo, 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 choo.
Did you bring a shower?
Hi, baby.
Oh, what's up?
So we just finished our morning activities and had lunch. This morning we had an open share, which took me a lot of courage. I went up and I shared a really, really, really private problem that I've had in the past and how I'm dealing with it and how I'm coping with it. And of course, that inspired someone else to come up and open. And I'm telling you, I feel like an entire weight has been lifted off of me, of my shoulders, off my shoulders, whatever it's called. And it's crazy. I cried, I released, I was authentic, I was vulnerable. I didn't hide, I didn't lie. And it's so powerful to see other people sharing too. So that was a really incredible experience that apparently we're gonna redo that exercise a few more times during this retreat. I look forward to it. I look forward to me going up again and also experiencing other people opening up and putting down walls and being vulnerable. There's so much magic in that. Cold water therapy. Oh my God. I don't think I realized how much it helped me in my mental health. Love it. It's like a shock to the system. I can feel my whole system like reset almost. Yeah. Really awesome. Look at this beautiful thing. Look at it. Yeah, 2 or 3. Oh.
How do you wash this big
Oh.
beast? We take him to the veterinarian.
Oh, buddy.
How often?
Every 6 months.
Of course. Doesn't work to take it up.
No.
So we are in the space where we're doing all of our practices. And we just spent the afternoon working on, what were we working on?
Cut. No?
No, we don't cut in this particular video.
Okay.
So we were working on ways to release our emotions. So we were shown quite a few practices like how to work our body in order to release tension and emotions. So for example, say something happens in life and it pisses you off, but you don't want to react and you don't want to tell that person to fuck off. So you pause in the moment, and perhaps you go to the washroom and you use one of these techniques. And you're not going to tell them all because you have to go on the retreat to find them all, but they're all ways of releasing. So shaking, yelling, these types of things, and hitting pillows. I feel like it really takes us back to like being a kid again, when we don't know that society is judging us. We don't care that society is judging us. We just want to express in the moment. So if you go back to like, I don't know, when you're like 1 year old and nobody's really like punished you and you don't have any trauma and you don't have any rules, and you feel sad, so then you cry, you feel angry, so you yell, you feel, unfair, so you has a little tantrum. So that was that. And then we went into some pretty deep shit where we chose a person or a side of ourselves to have a conversation with.
It's the chair technique.
And who's that by again?
It's the chair technique of the Gestalt.
Of the who?
Gestalt.
Okay. So he's a famous guru?
No, it's a technique.
Oh, it's a technique. See, I don't know. And you basically have a conversation with that person or that mask that you wear. I chose to have it with a person. Angel chose to have it with a side to himself. And you basically go back and forth and you have this conversation. And I expressed quite a lot of emotion. I cried. I hit the pillow. And then after, we laid down and had a beautiful cord cutting meditation where we then released our cords attached to that person or attached to that mask that we wear. So how did you feel?
Good.
Yeah?
Hungry.
Now hungry, yeah. Now we have dinner. It's crazy because we're not like, I guess we are moving. This was a pretty active one, but it's like we're not working out. But feeling all these emotions and bringing all these things up to the surface, it causes like exhaustion. I mean, you can already see in the group, we're getting tired, and we're just 24 hours into this 4-day retreat. And a lot of people are staying for a full 10.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are going into the second level of this Tantra retreat.
It continues.
They're just continuing and they're deepening the practice. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know. Yeah. I feel really privileged though, because I feel that I'm already doing work on myself. So my walls are down. So the information that is being taught and the practices that are being taught, I'm really like digesting them and absorbing them. I'm noticing that I've changed because I'm not judging anything anymore. I'm not like, this is stupid, this won't work for me, what a waste of time, where old Jenny did do a lot of judging and did do a lot of running when things just didn't suit me. And I blamed it on externals and never took responsibility for it. So, are you enjoying the retreat so far?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Up and down.
Ups and downs. Ups and downs. Yeah. Well, I'm enjoying it. I'm happy you're with us. You're with me.
Same.
Beautiful sunset. Good morning. Look, hands-free. So last night we were just waking up, day 2. I'm enjoying my meringue mix. So funny, coffee. They're trying to basically tell us, they are telling us that we should try to get off of our routine of like needing things, right? So a lot of us need coffee. So the coffee's not really ready like right on time. Well, the coffee's not ready before our morning practice, which is interesting because a lot of us are quote unquote addicted to coffee. But since I've been taking these supplements and been taking like my Isogenics products, I don't feel I need the coffee as much because I kind of have this routine of like my superfood and then like my greens. So, which I take 15 minutes before my coffee anyways. So it's kind of interesting to see that, that my addiction to coffee is still there, don't get me wrong, but it's just changed and I can prolong my first cup a little bit longer than I used to. So last night we had a very sensual night. We all lied down and we basically spent an hour touching ourselves, which was really cool. Yeah, that was interesting to me, and I didn't make it a sexual experience. She was the host, the leader was guiding us through, you know, touch all the areas of your body and make love to yourself and stuff. And I was making love to my body like I love you body. Like almost apologizing for the harm and the damage and the use I've done to my body, because that was like an aha moment for me on the first night where I was like, wow, like my body has been a machine. And I know a lot of you guys can relate to this, like you're laborers or perhaps you work with your body for your living. So I'm starting to talk to my body differently, not come on, let's get up, let's do this, but more like, hey, I love you. Like, I see you, I hear you, just like I would my inner child. So that was a really cool experience for me because I just took some oil and just kind of like rubbed every inch of my body, my ears, my eyes, my forehead, my belly, my boobs, my lower belly, like, but I didn't touch my vagina. I just stayed away from it because I didn't want it to be like a sexual. I've touched my vagina 100 times, of course, right? Like, so I wanted to touch all the other parts, my elbows, my knees, the back of my knees, in between my toes. So I'm gonna take that exercise home with me and make it a practice when I'm feeling like disconnected from my body. Holy shit. We just finished our morning active meditation, the Osho method. It's hard. It's not easy. And small little story is that is the first and only workshop I did with the facilitators of this Tantra retreat, and I fucking hated it. I hated every minute of it. It was like 2 years ago, and I wanted to leave like every second. I was like, this is stupid. What are they making us do? Like, there's no point to this. So I just basically came full circle and did it again. But yeah, it involves like intense breathing, intense jumping, intense moving, intense, and then stillness, and then dancing. And I loved every minute of it. So I don't know if you can, I don't want to say it's good or bad that I enjoyed it, you know, and I hated it before, but it just shows change and growth in me. So I'm pretty happy about that. Hola, mi little perro. Oh, ¿qué tal? Oh, puppies always smell funny.
Oh, really?
Are you jealous? How do you feel about this? How do you feel? Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Come. Okay.
hands were a little crooked though, but okay, so we are going pretty deep into mother and father stuff right now, and we did a meditation. Actually, first of all, we did another open share, so it seems like we're going to be doing this every day, where the floor is open and we're allowed to go up and talk in the middle of the circle and just take up space and be heard and be seen, and nobody interrupts, which I just absolutely love. And I'm just like really looking forward to continuing to see people get vulnerable, as well as myself. I chose not to go up today because I went up yesterday, and I just like feel guilty if I keep going up and taking up space. So that's something that like is interesting. I'm seeing that I feel guilty for taking up too much space. Yeah. So we did that, and some people shared, and it was really profound. I felt touched by every single person's share, which is so amazing. And I know other people are feeling the same. It's like we're all humans and we all go through stuff. And when you open up, like, you have no idea how much you can touch or inspire somebody else. So it just gives me more power in being vulnerable. It just reminds me of how powerful it is. And then we went into basically talking about our mothers and our mother figure and our father figure, and the it's so tricky. Like, I'm not good at explaining it. I get it, but I'm not good at explaining it. Like, the experiences you had growing up is what caused the trauma, not the person, right? So it's so important for us to not blame the person. It's to acknowledge that this situation caused this emotion, and it's about healing that emotion, taking the power that we get from that emotion. Like, that made you who you are today. So that is powerful, because you have some power, because you went through that you went through that situation. Then you got, you learned some things about yourself, and then releasing the things that don't give you any power. I think that's why I keep doing this work, because I'm like, I get it, but it's really hard for me to explain it. So when I have friends and family being like, what do you do at these retreats? Like, what is your why? I can't explain it. And it frustrates me. It really frustrates me that I'm getting like tongue-tied, and I don't have the words, and I don't have the verbiage, and I feel judged. I feel judged when I talk about this type of work. And the only people that get it are the people who have done it or are doing it. So kudos to you out there that do this work, because it's hard, and it's way harder than just suppressing it and just moving forward. Yeah, that happened, whatever. Move forward. That was a shitty time. How about we go back into it and we heal the parts that actually are affecting our body and are still trauma stuck in our body that is coming out in other ways. And if it's not coming out now, it's going to come out later in dis-ease, or who knows, right? So I'm just really proud of myself that I am in this world where I am tackling these stuck emotions and really truly healing them. And it will never be over, but I can already feel it's getting easier. So yeah, we did that, and we did a meditation, and now after lunch, I think we're gonna do some role playing, where someone plays my father and someone plays my mother, and then the same with every other participant here. So yeah. Oh my god, look at that. It's just this beautiful, like, grassy fields of beautiful grass. Oh, the last exercise was really fucking hard. It was really, really hard. We had to relive a traumatic, basically I can't even explain it. That's how hard it was. You know, okay, so we're about to go to bed on our very last night, and the activity that we did this evening was very sexual. It's very sexual. It was called like the temple and the worshiper, and basically one person laid down and got worshipped by the temple got worshipped by the worshiper, and there was no physical touch at all, but it was many of us did it naked, and the worshiper basically scanned the body and said, I honor blah 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 about you, I see the feminine, I see the divine in you, and it was very empowering. It was uncomfortable. It was more uncomfortable like when they were telling us what we were going to do. I was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Hello up there. Well, last day, I'm tired. Like I am, I'm like exhausted, like emotionally and not physically, emotionally. I'm just like tired. We've been doing a lot of like inner work, and it's a whole different type of exhaustion. But I'm happy to be here, and I'm also happy to have like really given it my all in every single exercise and practice. So we just finished our morning practice, and it was the Osho breathwork method. So it was 3 rounds of like mouth breathing, like and we were aligning every single round with a chakra. So we did the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plex, which is your belly, the heart chakra, the throat chakra, and third eye, and then oh my God, look at these animals. Buenos dias, guys. Hi. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Oh my gosh. Hi, honey. Gordo. ¿Cómo estás? Gordo. Hi, buddy. I just did my second cold plunge in this beautiful waterfall. I'm trying to show you without showing you Angel's naked body. Ah, it's so good. It's so good. We just did a practice of talking about our shame, which was huge for me. I talked a lot about my shame around sexuality because of the way that I treated my body in my 20s. So that was huge for me to bring that up. And I feel good. I feel good about letting it out into the open and releasing it. And then we got into groups of 4, and we talked about problems, one specific problem. I got to actually be the person who had the problem, which was fantastic. And then someone came from my heart, someone came from my mind, and someone came from my instinct, which we call sex, like our penis or our vagina. basically the like, I want it now and I want the chocolate cake and you know, like this is what I'm gonna do. So it was cool to have like all these perspectives of the brain, the heart, and the genitals. And now I just did a cold plunge, so I'm feeling really alive and seen and heard and just like so vibrant. And also I've had no distractions this entire retreat because the only thing I've done with my phone is record to you. And I have not looked at my anything. I've had it on airplane mode the whole time, which has been so awesome to feel and be so fucking present. We have completed the retreat and I feel amazing. I literally feel like so much weight has been lifted off my I know. Oh, that was so good timing. I love that dog so much. I cried so much in this retreat and it felt so good. It felt so good. I feel so good. Retreats are so freaking good for the soul. They're so good for the soul and I will never stop going on them. And it's just going to make me a stronger retreat leader.
It's a picture I'm proud of him on the walker here. On the beach.
Living the dream, eh, Chokoro?
Oh, there it is.